Hey, my name is Bob Willoughby. I do a local voter education program. Let's tap a little bit on the small claims court. And what I've learned in our small claims court is that when you go to court there, it's really not a court, it's a hearing. We need to change it to a court, so we need to make it a court. Or we need to change some rules here. It can be done, but when you go, if you win your case, the other party does not have to pay or do anything. You have to go to round two, and that's like you can spend $5 and put a lien against their home, but you're out money, time. You wait a long time to get to court to do what? To pay more money? Once you win your case, you shouldn't have to spend one red penny that's worth 3 cents because it costs that much to make one. You shouldn't have to. That should be it. And I think that's a very good point of view. And I brought that up to the commissioner. And I asked the commissioner about that, about maybe it's not their place, or who oversees these rules, who makes this in place, or who modifies the courts may do. And what I asked was, if it's not them or whoever, could he tell me who does? Because really, I think everybody agrees we should change that, because that's all you can do is either pay $5 and put a lien against someone's property, and well, they may outlive you, you know, and they may have a mortgage against it, something terribly. So nevertheless, that's one thing, and wait. Or you could spend another $150, which I wasn't out to put out any more money. I was already upset at this point. I feel the courts dropped the ball right there. I presented my case, I won my case, I should have got justification. I did not. But nevertheless, well, let it drop right there. So what I've been trying to do, like I said, I've gone to the commissioner to see about how do we modify it to where if you win your case, then the court will put that lien out that you'd have to pay $150. They can do that on people's possessions. But also, if the people know the court is going to enforce the case, they will pay. But if they know the court is not doing it, and it says it in print there when you read the information, that they don't have to pay. And I think that's really a joke. It really is. So I'd like to see get it changed, what it is. And also, our, I believe it's Precinct 8, the Miller Courthouse over there. The way it's being run is not correct either, because I have a small claims court, a case filed against the ISD. And my case is in October. And this has been going on almost 2 years. 2 times we've shown up, and we're supposed to have a jury trial, and they said, oops, we don't got a jury trial. It's postponed, another 6 months. Happens again. One time in between that, the lawyers for the ISD filed a motion to dismiss, so we had to have a hearing is what it turned out to be, which cost us money, the state money, everything. ISD shouldn't be doing this. This is the most stupidest thing. The money they have wasted over the last 2 years on this case is on these lawyers and time is more than what the fine is. And plus, I believe without a doubt, you know, they're 100% guilty. They broke a contract. So but anyway, we'll go to court and see. And I'm not worried about this one, because I know the ISD, if I win this case, they will pay. If not, I won't hesitate to put a lien against, file $150 and process it, because you can get the money. They got it. They'll pay. No doubt. Not worried about it. So a small claims court like this, you can get paid. But in a lot of other cases, the private market, there's no guarantee if you win, you're going to get a settlement. And that needs to be changed. So that's one thing I wanted to bring up to you there, is that. Also, if I was a council member in District 5, I would be working to get new neighborhood associations started. I'd be encouraging the old ones to become real neighborhood associations. No, neighborhood associations are what looks out for your area, inside that area, and it's supposed to hold the city accountable too, to inform you about things on the agenda, or when city council is asking for a triple pay and salary. This is what neighborhood association is supposed to be informing you of what's going on in your area, and each one does that. In each pocket, it takes care of the district, keeps everybody informed. Also, neighborhood associations are good about cosmetic, and this is where the HOA is really a ripoff. In most cases, an HOA is not needed. Neighborhood association does the job, and you don't have to pay for it. But you do need to donate to your neighborhood association so that it can function like an HOA. So, and also, neighborhood associations can get money from the city to function with too as well. So, that's a whole different thing we'd like to talk about in the future, is HOA and a neighborhood association, how HOAs have been put in. But the reason I brought up neighborhood associations is because if you start rebuilding the district with real neighborhood associations, we could choose out of those neighborhood associations to get a rotating staff, about 5 people, to serve on a committee to oversee small court claims cases. So in other words, before you spend your money to go to small claims court against someone, we could offer a committee that you and the other party could appear before, lay out your case there, no charge. This is just to try to help cut down the workload and court cases. I think we could solve a lot of them right there in our district and take a load off the court cases. This is 6 months and a year to get to court and stuff like that's ridiculous. And so that's something I'd like to